This is Talk About Topeka on Gab Local TV and TV 25. This episode brought to you by Field of Greens and The Break Room. And here's your host, Chris Schultz.
All right, here we're hanging with Mr. Cooper here in the studio, the Gab Local studio, that is. We've got Jeff Cooper. He is the media teacher at Olathe Northwest High School, and it's very exciting stuff that we're going to talk a little bit about media. It's a cool topic, right?
It is a cool topic. Who doesn't love media, right?
Absolutely.
This is media.
We love it. When it works most of the time, yeah. It's good times.
It is good.
So you're a teacher in media. You're a new teacher over
Yep.
here this year, but you came from kind of the private sector, and now you're into teaching. So let's talk a little bit about what brought you to where you're at.
Well, give thanks to my daughter. She found out about the job. She said, "Hey, Dad, there's a job opening in the e-communication department at school," and I was like, "I'm on board with that. If I can do what I love, working with young people and working video production, and keep an eye on my daughter, keep her away from all the boys, It's a win-win-win for me, right? But I love what I'm doing. It's the best thing. It doesn't feel like a job working with kids and just molding those things together, like video production and kids, and just helping them see their future.
Okay, so with video production, a lot of stuff I know when we were in high school, we were learning about these types of things versus now, and you've got media via, right here in people's faces, people, and people are making media with their phones.
Yeah.
A lot of things changed, right? So what's it like for the students experiencing a media class now versus back then?
Yeah, well, we were just in high school a couple years ago, though, right?
Exactly.
So just a few years ago.
Yeah.
So a lot has changed. I mean, because back then, you'd focus in on one area, either the production or anchoring or writing scripts or whatever it may be. But now they have to really learn how to do everything. We want them to learn how to write, how to edit a story together, how to be in front of the camera. So kind of what we call backpack journalism. They need to be able to do everything on their own. And so I think it's a great experience for them to find out what they really are, what they really like.
The entire industry's changed. You're seeing a lot of the technology is available for them, and how are they using that?
Oh, well, we have great tools at our school for them to use, so they can really learn how to do anything they want. We offer animation, we offer graphic design, and of course my focus is in video, but either short films where they can learn how to be a journalist, and so everything's there for them. I mean, especially with the internet, obviously, and on the phones. I mean, they can produce this content and get it out to a wide audience, and so it's just a remarkable thing to see. If you really have this passion about media, you can do it, and we give you the tools to do it, and you can become whoever you want to be in the media world. So.
And you've got an interesting setup at Olathe Northwest. There's kind of an influence. It's what you focus in over there, with media. That's they kind of specialize in different things, right?
Yeah.
How does that all work?
So when they come to our program, they actually have to apply to get into our program. But once you're in there, you can get a feel for whatever you want as a freshman. You get a taste of everything. For a quarter you'll learn video production, and then another quarter will be animation, and then graphic design, and it's just, and then by the time they move through the program, by the time they're juniors and seniors, they focus on what they really want to be. Do you want to be a journalist, or do you want to make movies, or do you want to be in the graphic world, the graphic design world? So it really gives them a little bit of everything, and then by the time they're juniors and seniors, they can focus in on what they really want to do.
So what has it been like at the change in your life, where you've gone from working in the private sector to becoming a teacher now?
Oh, it's been a big change, but it's been a well-needed change. I mean, it was working in the corporate world for a cell phone company. It was great. I was creating media content for them internally, but then going from that and sharing that passion with kids, it makes my day a lot better. I mean, I love going to work, and I don't consider it a job, but it's been a needed change. And it's just something. These people, they're the future, right? And there's so much more they're going to be able to do from what we can do right now. It's going to be amazing because it's changing every single day, media. And these kids are willing to do it because they love it, and they're so creative. I learn a lot from them. So that's another part I love about going to school every day.
So what do you see as maybe the forecast for, let's say, these kids grow up, they graduate, they go into media, they're taking the reins of the industry. Where do you think they're going to take this?
Oh my goodness. I don't know, sometimes it's hard for me to imagine, because if we were to go back, like when we talked about when we were in high school and college, when we were there, I remember I had a communications teacher who told me, "Oh, someday you'll watch everything on the computer screen." I was like, "No way, you're crazy. No way." So, I mean, I can't even sometimes imagine what they're going to be able to do. But I don't know. I mean, you tell me because we're in the same boat. Like,
It could
what are
change
these? It could
everything
change.
could change
It could
tomorrow.
really could change. I mean, but I know it'll be better within 2 to 3 years, and we'll be amazed by what they do.
And you mentioned a lot of the, when you think about video production and media, writing is the big thing there. Like you kind of start with the fundamentals. That's kind of the base of this, right?
Right. Really. And you go and you find out, high school kids, they use their text, they love to tweet, they're on Instagram, and so sometimes the writing skills are really lacking. So that's where we really have to start with that. That part of writing is storytelling, being able to tell a good story through written word and through video. And when you put it together, we have winners of all these awards and stuff if we can get that together in one setting. So really it starts there though with the writing.
And communication is, that's changed a lot, the way people communicate too. You see in media, you see the change in, what you're seeing on TV. You're seeing schmucks like me on TV, but you don't have to answer anything about it. But
you look great. You look great on TV. You look really nice.
But it's a different style than we used to see, and it is kind of a constantly evolving thing. So it's got to be exciting for you.
It is exciting because there's so much potential. You can think outside the box, and that's what I wanted my kids to understand from day one. I came dressed up as Darth Vader because it was just something different. What teachers come dressed as Darth Vader on their first day? I mean, usually those get fired, but I want them to think outside the box. Anything is possible with what we can do.
Absolutely.
With the technology.
And I bet you if you showed up as Darth Vader, they're not late often, are they?
Never.
All right.
Never. Or I'll give them the chokehold, or the Darth Vader choke. But actually, maybe we shouldn't say that on there. But
Perfect. Well, that's Jeff Cooper with Olathe Northwest High School. Thank you so much for joining us and tell us about the evolving state of the world of media.
Always evolving, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Glad to have you here. Folks, you can find this interview on our website at gablocal.tv.